Greetings. New camera. Please excuse the mess. Rough. Been a rough month. Here. I tried. Um, I am trying to get back. I'm trying to get my life back as normal as possible to help cope with my grief and to support my children, which is why I am starting this again today. Um, I may not seem like my old self for a while, but I am going to try. My nose itches, sorry. Alright, today I am doing a simple, I'm doing a new version of the, cheesy ham bake. So, yay. I am gonna wash, well, let me scratch my eye first. Something in it. Yeah, I am going to wash my hands and then we are going to get cooking. There is my towel. My towel. Okay. All right. Um, this is a slightly new version. Oh, there. Didn't touch. There we go. Haha. I'm trying to learn. Okay. Yeah, I had this. They were on sale. Buy one get one free. So I have some Simply potatoes, and these actually come with um, okay, these come with onions in them. Where's my baking spray? Okay, first things first, spray, cooking spray. Um, oh wait, hold on. I just saw a freaking post for this. Oh, you can't see it. The light. Hold on, let's see if I can get it here. I don't know. It's the blue. That really pretty blue little design. There, you can somewhat see it. There we go. How many of you had these or still have them? This is a classic. I just noticed that. Um, but I am going to start with the Simply potatoes. They're somewhat thawed, but not fully. And there's a little bit of onions in it. Oh, hold on. And I'm going to do the oven to, we're going to preheat to 350. I've got the onions, the potatoes laying down. Now I have some ham that I had chopped up. This is leftovers. And I'm just going to sprinkle this in. I probably chopped too much. Oops. Oh well. That'll be nice and hammy. Like me. I'm hammy. Now, for this, yeah, add a little bit of extra veggies here. I have this cream of cauliflower. So it is a Campbell's. Um, I am not going to say what that looks like. No. Yeah. And I have this Campbell's condensed cheddar cheese soup. And this is the healthy request one. So, and I've been watching Guy's Grocery Games, and there was actually a new one that I started. What is it? It's the budget battles. It's like it's it's a combination of like it's kind of like Cutthroat Kitchen in a way, but combined with Guy's Grocery Games. Um, it's the Cutthroat Kitchen because you're given a certain amount of money to start with, and basically is what you win at the end is what you keep. Only with them they kind of multiply it. Probably should have started this differently, but we have this nice, lovely, cheesy, cauliflowery goodness here. Just kind of like putting it on top here, and I'm pretty sure here. We'll mix it up. How about that? We'll mix it up. I don't think the spatula here will work for mixing, so I'm gonna get my lovely mixing spoon. Yes, I have my little kitty, my kitchen kitty here with me now. It's a beautiful little Siamese. I think I'm gonna name it Karen. By the way, she's always with me in the kitchen. I really do miss her. It has been rough, very, very rough. Um, um, Especially those of you who are on my Facebook, I have been really struggling, and I mean, really struggling lately. Um, I have restarted my counseling, and um, I've kind of gotten back into. Um, I don't know. I don't know if it's actually crisis care or not, but that's kind of what they call it. Now, for added goodness, shredded cheese on top. Oh, I forgot. I was gonna add freaking frozen peas. Oh well. I don't want to fight the kids tonight, so I added the cauliflower. Maybe I'll have like peas on the side or something. I'll just do some nice little sprinkling up in here. We'll have a nice cheesy top. I want to add one more thing. I'm gonna put them. Oh, yeah. Wait, what is that? That's not it. And yet, um, nope. I don't see them. Er, and yet, oh well, that's fine. That's fine. I was gonna add some bacon bits on top, but I can't quite find them. So, here we go. Ah, yes, and okay. Um, I'm still working on some other videos. Um, it's been a bit. Lately I've just been going through Karen's stuff, and it's a bit, rough. I've been trying to clean out her room. I, so, but this is ready to go in the oven once um, the oven is preheated. Um, and I'll probably be doing, another video specifically on this. But I figured, since I'm waiting for the timer here, I will go ahead and, just clue you guys in on a few things. Um, Karen was actually hospitalized the night of the 30th. She went, I took her to the, she got to the, well, she left the house in the ambulance at roughly 11 o'clock on the 30th. Um, all day, she'd been fine. The day before, we had done a few things. We had gone out and we were, just having fun. I think it was me, her, and the kids. But yeah. The next day, I guess she got a little too, we thought she was just a little too winded the next day. Because she really, she was tired. She really didn't want to come out of her room. But, she seemed, fine. I took her for dinner, as usual, on the 30th, and she ate everything, and I got her, she thanked me for it and said it tasted great. She loved it. And then I got her bowl. I brought it up front. Um, she seemed, everything seemed fine at that point. And then when it was about time to put the boys to bed, well, no, it was probably about 7 o'clock. She got up to go to the bathroom, and she was suddenly winded. She was more winded than normal, and we just didn't really notice at first. I thought, there was a hole. I mean, I thought she was just sitting in the bathroom waiting. It does take her a bit. She goes in, she catches her breath, and then makes her way back to her room because, going from her room to the bathroom for her, it is a workout with her, with the neuropathy that was in her legs. Yeah, I'm still talking like she's here. Um, but, so, here it comes, 8 o'clock. I just tell the boys, go to bed. You'll get your shower in the morning. And they're like, okay, fine. They go to bed, 8 o'clock. She still hasn't made it back, so I go in there to try and help her, you know, be good. And well, I get her, to the bathroom. It takes about 30. I keep going in there to check on her. It's like, are you okay? Do I need to call the ambulance? No, no, just need to catch my breath. Just need to catch my breath. Like, okay, okay. She didn't want me to call. And, it's like, okay, what can I do to help? Well, I got her the stool. A stool she can use like a walker. um, that's what she likes. I got that one out of her room. Sometimes, she's like, I'm just a little weak. Just feel a little weak. Um, so we Well, so I, waited with her, and James was working James had gotten drafted. For those that don't know, draft means, the night shift was short, which means they required somebody from day shift to stay a little bit later. And James drew the short stick for that one. Um, oh, there we go. It's going to be, I'm going to put it in. I'm going to put this lovely thing in here. I am, oh, I forgot my timer, so I'm going to, you guys want to, I'm going to pause for just a minute and run and get my timer. Okay. My kitchen timer. It was a gift. Oh, lovely. It's slightly off. Damn it. I don't know. I'll have to see about fixing it in a few minutes later. Okay. Um, I am going to leave this in for about 15 minutes. Dang it. Okay, so we'll just have to make a mark here. There we go. Oh, no. Okay, so that's 10. I'm just going to go ahead and put it there. That's about 15 minutes. And I can keep this with me so that so when it dings, I know to check on everything. You want to cook it until the potatoes are soft, the cheese is melted, and everything is warm. Potato. Yes. The cheesy ham and potato egg. That's amazing. Yes. But no, I think James got home about 10:30 that night. What night? Don't worry. Why don't you go play? Yeah. And um, yeah, shortly after he got home, she was at the bathroom door. She made it to the bathroom door, but she started to pass out. And then, I'm trying to, it's like, look, can you, what? No, 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 not right now. Not right now. Just a little bit. So he, I was trying to get James to just help me get her in the bed because I thought she was short of oxygen. She said she couldn't. It was okay, can't breathe, can't breathe. Oxygen's not, can't breathe. I was like, okay, let's see if I checked her tube 5 different times. And I finally found, the spot. And we just got her a brand new tube. Got everything, got it to where she could, where she got the oxygen again. And it was after I had changed tubing. Like, okay, here, you can breathe. We're going to give you a few minutes. and then, James and I will help you into your bed. That was 10:30. Um, I'd say probably about 5-ish minutes after I changed her tube, she fell off the stool. And it was at that point we said, okay, you know what, we're just going to call an ambulance. Call the ambulance. Something is definitely not right. And I didn't want to call one earlier because she said not to, and nobody would have been able to go with her to know where she was going or anything like that, I guess. It was me, her, and the kids, and I didn't want to take all three kids to the emergency room with her. So I waited for James, thinking, and, James did have to work the next day. He still had to get up and go to work the next day. And that was, yeah, I think that was the first, 31st, first. But he had work, so he couldn't go with her. He has to provide for the family. He is the main source of income. I went to the hospital with her. I sat in the emergency room until they got her settled into the ICU and knew, basically what was wrong, the basics of what was wrong. I was there until 2:30 in the morning. Just pretty much sitting in the emergency room. And oh my God, the PTSD from that. Um, Emergency rooms are a major trigger for me, for my PTSD. Um, and that's because, Sean was shot. When Sean was shot, I sat there, I held him. My hand was on his bullet wound until, the ambulance got there. He was awake. He was what I held his hand until they put him in that ambulance. I kept him awake. I kept him conscious to stay with me. I kept reminding him I loved him, I needed him. I got to the hospital. I was in the emergency room, and I was there for hours and hours. He was shot in the afternoon around dinner time. And then I didn't find out until like 7 o'clock at night. Well, yeah, it was like 7, 8 o'clock at night. So I was there for like 2, 3 hours just sitting in the emergency room. And that's when oh, shoot. I think the police might have been, no, it was the doctors. The doctors were the ones that came and told me that he was pretty much dead on arrival. Um, no, they got him into the emergency surgery. However, he passed away in said surgery. Yeah, and they were getting ready to get everything to prepare him. He was still on life support, even though he was technically deceased. They still had him on life support because they needed to, for lack of better term, harvest his organs. He was an organ donor. So his death saved many lives, helped many people. So there is that comfort. But that, just waiting in the emergency room has always been a trigger for me, especially if I'm like alone, because it brings me back to that point and it hurts. But I stayed there. I waited for her. And when the doctors, said it is a simple infection that aggravated her asthma, which aggravated her COPD. He's like, okay. She'll just need a few days, she'll just need some rest and then she'll bounce back. She'll bounce back. I'm like, yay, okay. Um, so that was good. Everything was fine. I came home. I got up with the kids in the next morning and I took care of business as usual. I kept calling to check on Karen. And they said everything, but they really didn't want to talk to me as much. Um, I, um, yeah, yeah, James had to work until the 2nd. Um, so he wasn't really able to go do anything. He wasn't able to go see her those days. But the 3rd through the 7th, um, he did go see her. He went and checked on her a few times. Um, James is really uncomfortable with hospitals. He doesn't even like to go to the hospital when he's sick. And on the 8th, he started work again. And I want to say it was probably, and like either the 9th, I want to say it was the 9th. Yeah, he went to work on the 9th, and that's when he got the call around lunchtime that he had to go to the hospital to sign the papers for dialysis. Yeah, that was the 9th. So he took off half a day and he actually told them he went back to the compound, and said, look, I'm sorry. I've got to go to the hospital and take care of something to do with my mama. And I've got to leave now. If you don't like it, if I'm not allowed to, fire me. Okay, now we're going to check. Ooh, the cheese is nice and melted. Ooh. Now let's see. Sit. Nice and easy. And potato. And look at that. I can easily put a chopstick through the potato. Yours, if your potatoes are fully frozen, it may take a bit longer. Mmm, that is so good. Bob? My kitty mitt. These are my favorites. Wanna guess why? Alright. And so look at that beautiful. Is he gonna? Hey, there we go. If I hold it like that, you can see the blue. Those old dishes. I forgot I had these still. I think these were Granny's. It's really gonna devastate me when she goes. I don't even want to think about that right now. Already got enough. All right, now we are gonna have some fun. Just one moment. I am gonna ring our dinner bell, and the kids are gonna come running. Go get your bowls and bring them over here for dinner. Come on. You don't have to come on the camera. That's fine. I don't care. What? That is fine. But look at this. Oh, ooly, gooly, cheesy goodness. What? Yes, you need a fork. Yeah, it's good. It's usually Daddy's, but yeah. You can use it. We've got plenty of them. I told you that. You didn't hear me? Hot, 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 hot. Dean. Come on, where's your bowl, honey? You want to come say hi? Hi. Delicious. This is this is a lovely, cheesy, good dinner. And no, I did not. I forgot to add the peas this time.
We've had this before. But all the potatoes were
This time they're in the fours. They're little chunks like the ham. So
like, no, not this,
let's see. I had a small bowl. Maybe. Here we go. For Hunter, we're gonna do a takeout bowl. Are you hungry? Yes, I hear you. Mom, 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 mom.
Mommy. Daddy. Bye-bye.
See, look at that. 2-word sentence. Daddy, bye-bye. Hot? Hmm? Hmm? What do you want? You want drink? Well, you got to take your food first. And where is your... That is not yours. No. Where is yours? Here. The difficult one. No, you don't. Go get yours. Go get your chocolate milk. Yes. Yes. He argues now. No, that is mine. Don't you dare. Go. Go eat. That's stomping off. On the 9th, he took off half a day, basically said, I don't care if you fire me, I've got to go to the hospital, take care of some business with my mama. He didn't get fired, thankfully. They ended up putting her on dialysis. He went to work on the 11th, which was his last day for that week. And they sent him home because he started vomiting. He actually got sick at work a few times, and they forced him to go home. Yes, I'm scratching an itch. So, and you can also use it to help on your shoes. Maybe I need to give this one to Dean for his shoes. What you? Oh, here, look, to help you put your shoes on. See, to keep the back up. See, you put this in, and then you slip your foot in, like this, because the back of your shoes always get smashed down. Yes.
That's what happened with the shoes I wore today.
Well, you now have that, so you can use it. Scratch your back first. But, no. So, he was sick, and since he got sick at work, they made him go to the hospital that day. So he had to come home, change clothes, go to the hospital himself. And he still wasn't really feeling very well on the 12th, which was the day I recorded the video in the bedroom. Stating that she was sick, and that is the day that we got the call to say that the dialysis was not working. So, James basically said, fuck the brownies, cut the oven off, and, was going to cut the oven off and just leave. And I said, well, if it's only got a few more minutes, I'll do it while I get myself and the kids ready to go. You go, take care. He left before us to go to the hospital. We all, I waited, finished. The brownies only had like 5 minutes left. So when the timer went off, I was getting the boys ready. Timer went off, and the brownies were done before the boys were ready. So I just took them out, set them down, and got, the boys into the car, and we all went up to the hospital. We were in the waiting room for a while, and then, James had to call his brothers and, relay to them, what was going on, and, it's, do we want to keep her on life support and, hope and pray she gets better, or, do we just want to let her go? And James and his brothers made the tough decision to let her go. We were all there for it. When they cut off life support, James was right there holding her hand. and he had his two brothers on a video call. So all three of her boys were with Karen, and we all, sat in that room with her until she took her last breath. And when the nurse said she was finally gone, James broke down. He just completely broke down. It, I mean, just because you argue with someone so, often, doesn't mean you don't love them. I mean, my mom and I were in a freaking court battle slinging mud at each other in front of the judge. She was trying to make me out to be a bad person. I was trying to make her out to be the bad person. Does that mean I don't love her? She got up in court, started pointing out every single flaw I had to the judge. Few of them she actually, made up. But it's like, okay. I just turned around and started flinging it back. I mean, it was like a freaking political battle. And it was over the kids. It was over my two older. Not gonna lie. I've still got all the info on it too. All those freaking emails stored away, but hey. I've forgiven her. She's forgiven me. It took a lot to come to that point because I honestly felt like she stole my children. But that was my perspective. Her perspective, she rescued my children. Two sides to every coin. And that was just, but that's neither here nor there at the moment. Past, we've moved past it, we have forgiven, we are moving on. We still have a slightly strained relationship, but that does not mean I don't love her. I love my mother with all my heart. And that's the way James was. He had a strained relationship with his mother because of his past. And they just he had not gotten to that, stage. That, well, he'd gotten to that, okay, fine, it's behind us. We're just going to ignore it now stage. It's you're my mom, I love you, I'm going to take care of you. I mean, she was homeless, needed somewhere to go. So James took off from work, lost money. He lost wages, taking time off to go up to New Hampshire to pick up his mama and all of her stuff to bring her back to live with us. So yes, he loved her. Just like he loves me. He just don't know how to show it. I have seen him in his tender moments. I mean, if you want to see them, go look at the Go look at my Father's Day video. But that's that. I mean, the doctor kept telling us she was going to pull through. She was going to pull through up until the 12th. And that's when they had to pull the plug. It, everyone was under the assumption she was going to be fine. It was nothing major. So, but the kids and I are doing everything we can. I'm doing what I can to support my kids and my husband. And, that's about it. So, um, I hope you've enjoyed this dinner. If you don't like the conversation, I apologize. But it's something I wanted to get out there. So, um, and I hope to catch you later. Possibly. Bye for now.